What's up, everyone? So today is New Year's Eve, and as a lot of people do on New Year's Eve, they write their New Year's resolutions. So today I'm actually going to show you by going through my process that I actually adopted from someone else, and I added a few things here or there. And I'm going to go through and talk about how I actually set my goal for the new quarter, for the new year. Okay. So backtrack. We need to start with this. What the way I do this is first I look back at how I set my goal the previous year. Okay? The previous quarter. So in Q4 of 2018, what my goal was I started at 235 subscribers on YouTube, and I set my goal to be at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Right now, I believe my live count is 474 subscribers. I went from having 235 after working for about a year and a half. And then from that point on, for the next 3 months, I more than doubled my subscriber rate from 235 to 474. Now, I didn't get to where I wanted to go. Okay. My goal is at 1,000. Okay. So now let's use the process in which we set goals. So I got this from Patrick Bet-David. I'm going to link to it in the description at the end of the video. You'll be able to check it out. Patrick Bet-David talks about how to analyze loss as an entrepreneur. Okay. So he talks about there's two ways to set a goal, and I completely resonate with this part. So I took parts of what I liked from his goal setting method and I added my own. So the first thing is you don't want the goal to be too small, right? If you set a goal for 3 months, only lose 1 pound, you could do that in a few weeks. That's nothing. Or if I set my goal for the first 3 months in order to gain 1 subscriber, but I gain subscribers like 3 a day, that's a waste, right? That's not a high enough goal. I'll make progress, and it's a goal, right? But it's not worth it. The second thing you can do is set a goal that's too big, okay? One that's too large. And the problem if you do that, like I want to lose 100 pounds in 3 months. That's an average rate of like 33 pounds a month. That's a ridiculous amount of weight to try to lose. And you'll end up being disappointed, okay? We don't want to be disappointed, and we don't want to make too little progress. So the way he says is you should do it 80% of the way from, too little to too big. You want it to be 80% of the way. Something that's pushing you a lot, but something that's not impossible. That's the goal that you try to look for the new year, okay? So if you're struggling to get to that point, like how much is too much, how much is too little, play around with it. And after setting a couple goals and realizing how much you can get done, you might realize that, this is too much or this is too little. So play around with it. So that's the first thing. So then on to actually setting a new goal. So actually first I'm going to go back and analyze my loss in order to realize what my new goal should be. Okay. So the way you analyze the loss is by looking at analyzing what you did over the last 3 months or whatever that time frame is. First for me is, what did I do that was good? Okay. So I did 3 collaborations. I'm not sure if the third one got posted yet, but I did 3 collaborations. One with Kevin Shen, one with John Sonmez, and one with Telmo Sampaio. Okay. Now, Telmo Sampaio and Kevin don't have that many subscribers. They have way more than me, but not that many where the impact should be large. But I did receive a few subscribers from both of them. And then for Bulldog Mindset, John Sonmez, I received a ton of subscribers. I think it was one day he gave me a shout out in one video. I got like 20 subscriber bump like that. Okay, so I did start doing collaborations. That was good. The other thing is my watch time. My watch time was at like 25%, I think, on average. I've bumped my watch time to most videos having over 40%, except my lives. My lives are somewhere in the 30s. Regardless, I've increased my watch time for each video just simply by working on storytelling, okay? By working on my storytelling pieces, I've now been able to make people watch my videos for longer because they're more engaged. I try to wrap the value that I'm giving in a story. Okay, so I did that better. Now, what else did I do better? I also started doing lives like this. If you like lives like this and you're on right now, comment below and let me know, okay? Because I'd love to know who really enjoys these. If you do, then I'll keep doing more of them. So, right, we have now a bunch of things that I did good. Now, the next thing is, what were your leaks? What were things you did wrong? I wasn't really creative with the type of videos I've made, okay? So that second question is, where did you go wrong? I didn't do enough collaborations. We're just using my goal as an example. Anything. I didn't do enough collaborations. I didn't do like that should be the main thing that I do. I should be focusing on that. I should be focusing on making awesome forms of content, providing more and more value in each video. I was really distracted with building my course, which that takes a lot of time. Okay, so I wasn't able to I wasn't able to make so many more videos. So I could maybe post more videos, doing different types of content. That's the things that came to my mind, right? Maybe doing more outreach on Instagram and other platforms that have helped me get there. So my leaks, I could have improved a couple leaks. So I've identified a couple areas in which I can improve for the next quarter. Now, rank my strategy. My strategy was to improve my storytelling, which worked. Oh, wait, real quick. One more leak was hooks. My hooks in my video, I lose like 30% of people right away. So my rank, to rank my strategy, it was probably like a 7 or an 8. You know, I did double my subscriber rate. I doubled my watch time. So I did a very good job, more than doubled my watch time. 2.25 times it. So all very good stuff. So then the next thing is rank my level of execution. Okay. How well did I do what I said I was going to do? How well did I do the strategy that I set out? And I would say that my level of execution was a 7 or an 8 because, right, you want to see how well you were able to actually get, how well you were able to execute on that strategy. Because if you said you were going to do something and you didn't do it, then that could be a leak right there. We want to make sure this number is as high as possible. So mine was at about an 8, I'm saying, because I posted 2 videos a week. I think I only didn't do one live video 1 week because I was launching the course. What else did I do? Rank my level of execution. I went live on Instagram a lot. I did a lot of other things that weren't necessarily my strategy. So I want that to balance out a little bit. So rank your level of execution. How well did you do the things you said you were going to do? Now, 5 is to rank your effort. Okay. Rank how well your work is, how hard you worked. Okay. Did you work very hard or did you work not that hard? I worked pretty damn hard. I got to give myself a 9 on this one. Okay. There were very few days. Very few days. What's up, Scotty? Scotty says, what's up? Thanks. Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it. So, Scotty, what I'm doing right now is working on I'm announcing my goal for the next quarter by talking to you about how I analyzed what I did wrong. So I'm going through just to receive 1,000 subscribers. So ranking my level of effort, I think I did a 9. I could have barely done much better in the sense of working hard. That's one area that I'm very good at. And that's what this whole channel is about, is being consistently taking action. And then 6, that I act with urgency. So one thing that I implemented to act more with urgency is adding the timelines while I'm working. Set a 25-minute timer to get something done. Set a 30-minute timer to get something done. Those things really help my urgency, but overall, was my goal very urgent that I feel like I absolutely had to get 1,000 subscribers by this date? I started to feel like that in the beginning, and then I started to lose it in the end, okay? So just like, you know, any of you, sometimes I can fail as well. And I totally failed with this goal. I didn't get to 1,000. But if you look back at the things that I did well, I did 3 collaborations. I'd never done a collaboration before. I more than doubled my watch time. I doubled the amount of videos I put out. And the only things that I, didn't do more of were the collaborations, which could have helped me out so much more to get me to 1,000. And the hooks. Those are 2 areas that I really struggled with. Okay. So now that I've analyzed my goal, what I'm going to do is show you how I actually set this new goal for the new quarter. So there's a couple of key points. And remember, guys, I talked about this earlier. I got this from Patrick Bet-David, and I added new own tweaks to it to make it even more effective. So first, the goal needs to be quantifiable. Okay, it needs to be attached to a number if you have a goal. Okay, so my goal for the last quarter was attached to subscribers. What I think I want my goal to be for this next quarter is to be at so I'm at right now I have about 4,800 watch time minutes. Okay. So I think if I can work on fixing my hook in every single video, then I can get my watch time minutes from 49,000 up to 10,000. Okay. I want to say I can double them. All right. So my goal for watch time minutes per month is going to be 10,000. I'm writing this down right now as I speak. So I got my notebook out right here. 10,000 watch minutes per month. Right? If I'm correct, I have 4,000 watch minutes per month. I'm basing it off of that, right? So that's one of the numbers I'm attaching it to. The next number is I'm going to have 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 474. If I could double it from 235 to 474, then I think I could double it and a little bit more to 1,000 by March 31st. Okay, so I'm going for 1,000 subscribers again. Maybe I set the goal a little too high last time for the amount of work that I was willing to put in. Okay, maybe that was the issue that I struggled with. So, okay, so the first part is the goal needs to be quantifiable. Okay, so we have numbers attached to it. We have 1,000 subscribers and we have 10,000 watch minutes. If you have a notebook and pen, paper, whatever you need, write out notebook and paper. You need paper and a pen. Write out what your goal is, what the quantified number you're attaching it to. So example, again, losing weight, maybe attach it to a body fat. If you're working for a goal in school, maybe attach it to a grade, an A, a B, or C, whatever it is. Attach it to something that you can see that I hit this. The next thing is what's your strategy to get there? So the way I use the strategy, the way I fill in the strategy part is I go back to the analysis I did and I see that my leaks were that I could have done more collaborations and work on tightening my hooks. Okay. If I can do those 2 things, then I can carry people along for the videos to get more watch time. And if I do more collaborations, I'll get way more subscribers, which will help my watch time, which will also help get people to my channel. So the 2 things that I'm going to work on is try to do more collaborations and try to work on my hooks. So more collaborations and more hooks. So maybe if I did 3 collaborations, I'm going to shoot for double that, which will be 6 collaborations. And I'm going to try to cut my drop off from the videos, increase my audience retention to a minimum of 50%. Okay, so by the end of the video, I want to have 50% of the people. So we're now attaching that quantifiable goal to quantifiable strategy, actual numbers. So I want 50% watch time at the end of my video. So those 2 things now need to be put behind a deadline. Okay. What day, what time will I have this? And as I said, I'm setting a quarterly goal. So by March 31st of 2019, I will have 10,000 watch time minutes per month and 1,000 subscribers. That is my goal. So for whatever your goal is, if it is for you to get to, like, again, the body fat or a grade in school, what is the strategy for you to get there? Maybe that's studying 5 minutes a day, or maybe that's going to the gym X days a week and eating an X diet, or showing up to class if you're in college. Maybe that's the base level of work you need to do. That will help you now you need a deadline behind it. So pick a date in which you need that by. Maybe that might be built into the goal. Maybe you need that beach body for going to the beach or vacation you have. Make that your deadline. Now, there's 3 things that you can do now to make this goal something that you stick to, something that you really want to do. Okay. The first one I got from Patrick Bet-David, which is declaring your intentions. And this comes into basically holding yourself accountable. Okay. There's a psychological principle where if you announce something out in public, right, people now associate you with that thing. Okay. So if you announce your goal, people are going to associate you with that goal. Okay. They expect you to be that person. Okay. And if you don't actually hit it, then what happens is people will not believe in you. People won't want to be with you. And what that causes is a lack of belief, and it'll hurt you deep down inside. So people want to work harder to prove the other people that they told they were going to do something. So declare your intentions means telling someone else and having them hold you accountable. So tell a trusted friend, announce it on social media if you plan on doing it. If you don't want other people to see that you are going to fail, say it on social media. If you're afraid, say it on social media, and you'll see that people will do this. And I actually did this semester, or this quarter, for the last quarter, for the first time. I told people that I wanted to actually get to 1,000 subscribers, and I worked so much harder. For the first time, I doubled it. Okay. I told you all that I wanted it, and I went out and I went for it. Okay. And I failed, openly failed. I'm not saying that I made it. What I'm going to say, though, is that I made the most progress that I ever made by working towards it. Okay, before I continue on, Scotty says, would you say your hook/improving watch time is more dependent on compelling, relevant topics or more engagement participate from a user base? BD, it's more of like a YouTube question. What happens is I have a title and a thumbnail that people click on a video expecting something. And if their expectation from the title and the thumbnail doesn't match up with what I say in the first X odd seconds, 10, 15 seconds in the video, people will drop off. So it's not about the idea, because once someone's there, they've already clicked the title and the thumbnail to get there, assuming that they understand what they wanted, right? If you click on my video on how to set goals for the new year, but I started talking about dolphins, people would not want to be a part of it. So that's the difference. So now getting back to the goal setting, let me know if that makes any sense to you, BD. So getting back to the goal setting, once I've declared my intentions, there's 2 other things that you can do in order to make it something that you want to stick to, something that's more important. First is using positive reinforcements. And I talk about this in my course a lot because I want people to stick to it. Okay. Positive reinforcements. So what are the good things that you will get from your goal, and what can you add to it that'll make it even better? Okay. So for me, if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can start, having ads on my YouTube channel to make some money from YouTube. Okay. That's one thing. So I can make money from YouTube. I write these down because this allows me to now look at it later. And if I make money from YouTube, it allows me to start building financial freedom, which has been a goal of mine for a long time. Since like I was in early college days. So that's one thing. 2, if I'm making more money, that allows me to have more money to put back into YouTube videos to make them even better for you guys, so I can make better videos. Now, if I have better videos, I will be able to influence more people. I'll be able to influence and help more people. So right off of the bat, I have 3 built-in benefits from doing this. Okay. Now, what can I do? What can I add to it? If I hit my goal, what can I do? What can I treat myself to? So maybe it will be, let's see, what is something I want to do that will, help something that I want to do that will make me want to do this goal even more. Okay, something I've wanted to do recently is go clothes shopping for some brand new clothes for my outfit. So if I hit my goal by uh, March 31st of getting 10,000 hours, 10,000 minutes watch time, and 1,000 subscribers by doing the collaborations and increasing my the retention, what I will do is I will go on a $500 shopping spree. So I'm going to write this down right now. $500 shopping spree. So that's a benefit right now that makes me want to work a little bit harder towards my goal. It's all about finding motivators to keep you motivated over the long term. Now, this last one is even better than the last two, and it is negative reinforcement. So what can we attach to this? Okay. First, let's write down all the negatives that'll happen if I don't get my goal, the pains that I'll feel if I don't get my goal. First, I won't make money. Won't make money, which means my goal of financial freedom gets pushed back. I don't get to reach as many people. Now I won't get to spend $500 in Soho. Let's see. I won't get to. What else can I do? Negative reinforcement. Okay, so those are just a couple of negatives that come to my head, right? Not allowing me to be financially free now goes down the path of I won't be able to hang out with my family and friends enough because I'll be working more and more hours. I'll be working so much time. So longer hours. So these are negative. These are pains that I'm feeling. Famous. Have you established a retirement fund of any source, whether it be a 401k or investment? Yes, I have a Roth IRA that I invest money in. And I have a little bit of money in Robinhood, and then I have a savings account that I'm planning on using for a business or a real estate investment that I'm saving up for right now. So getting back to it. So now how we make this negative reinforcement even better is that if we add a potential pain, okay, a potential pain that we have to take away from ourselves. So if I don't hit this goal of 1,000 subscribers with 10,000 watch minutes by March 31st of 2019, I will commit to all of you that I will donate $1,000 to any charity of anyone's choice. Okay, I will donate $1,000 to any charity of anyone's choice. Something that I don't want to do. I don't want to give away $1,000. That causes me severe pain. Okay, that's a lot of money for me to throw away. So I'm going to give away $1,000 to a charity if I don't hit it. Okay, so what this does is it acts as a fear factor. Okay, it makes me uncomfortable, and you need to be uncomfortable in order to want to work so much harder. Okay, so famous. I'll write back to you right now. I got a Roth IRA with Vanguard. So okay. Now, I'm going to recap for all of you so you make sure that you understand this, because I want you all to set your goals in the best way possible so you can actually hit them, okay? And we can stay consistent to them. So first is you have to make sure that the goal is 80% hard. Like it's very hard for you to think about it. It's like here this is your max that you could potentially possibly do. And it's like here, and then, you know, this is the baseline, the bottom. We want to make it out of our comfort zone and difficult to get to, but not easy. Okay, that's the first thing. Analyze your goal from your last goal. Why didn't you actually hit your goal this time? Was it because that, what did you do that was good? What did you do that was bad? Rank your strategy, rank your execution, rank your effort, rank your urgency. How urgent were you? Remember, this is all taken from Patrick Bet-David at Valuetainment. Go follow him. He's got great stuff. That stuff right there has been taken from him. Now, how to set the goal, I added my own spin on it, and that is your goal needs to be quantifiable. There needs to be a number behind it. Now, that's been said by a lot of people. Awesome that you are investing. Sorry, responding to fan over here. Are investing. Invested a hook in my video, paying attention to my analytics, all that stuff. Now the deadline is March 31st. Okay, set a deadline, a day. Now, next thing is declaring your intentions. Me right here talking to all of you, I'm declaring my intentions. I'm telling you that by March 31st, 2019, I'm going to work my butt off to hit that goal through collaborations, through increasing my hooks on my videos, making better videos, whatever it is, I will get there. Okay, I lined out my strategy before. Now, my spin on it is by adding positive and negative reinforcements. Write out all the positives and the pains you have from hitting that goal or not hitting that goal. So the positives would be making more money, the ability to have financial freedom, make better videos, influence and help more people in the world. And I added my own. I will spend $500 in Soho on a shopping spree on myself to get clothes that I want. Now, a negative reinforcement is I won't make money. The goal of financial freedom won't be nearly as close to where I want it to be. I won't reach nearly as many people as I would like. $500 in Soho, I won't be able to spend because I didn't hit the goal. And then on top of it, I'm adding an extra. I will give $1,000 to a charity that someone else wants me to donate to. And I don't want to lose $1,000. I don't want to lose it. So I have the positives. I have the positives that really want me to. I've announced it to all of you, so all of you believe that I'm going to do this. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. You're going to see me do it every single day. And the other thing is that there's these negatives, okay? There's all of these things. Now, it's 1 o'clock here, Eastern time in New York. My definition of financial freedom is so it's a number for everyone else, right? How much money you can make a month in order to live on your own and not have to worry about going to work that day. Okay, or going to work for a month. So for me, my number would be replacing my current income from my job with money that I'm making on my own through my businesses. So for me, that's $150,000 a year. That is what I make, and that is what I'd like to replace. So I could keep my current lifestyle and replace what I'm making. So for all of you, if you have financial freedom, I would pick a number there. But now we're getting a little off topic. But thank you, BD. So I will comment down here for all of you that missed it. It is a number that you are looking to, a number that you define that you need to cover your costs and living expenses. Expenses per month. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock here. I'm sure all of you have plans for New Year's Eve with family or friends, but before you go do that, okay, put yourself first. Put yourself first and set your goals. Set them for the things that you want, okay? Remember, out of your comfort zone, but not too far out that you don't think you can do it. It needs to be something doable but tough, okay? So remember, if you want to transform your life, you got to show up no matter what by setting your goals today for the brand new year. Okay. Have a happy new year, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and share this video with anyone that might need help setting their goals for 2019. Catch you all in the next one in the new year. Peace.